Okay.
Fantastic. So I'd love to introduce you to our next speaker, who also happens to be musical. She's a singing coach, and she has an absolute passion for empowering people. She's the mother of 3 daughters, 2 cats and a dog, and she organised the recent Dance for Kindness in Zurich. So she packs a lot into a day, and joy moves her more than sadness. So I ask you to welcome to this stage, talking about your hidden inner voice, Ariane Leanza Heinz.
White. It was all white. The curtains were white, the walls were white. The little girl said, "Where's my mom? Where's my dad? My brother? I'm not home." And then she realized that she could not move. She was tied to a bed, and yes, she remembered the doctors the day before that they were examining her and they bandaged her legs, and she saw her parents hiding their tears. And here she was, 20 months old, and wanting to explore the world. Her body was telling her, go taste, smell, touch, but she couldn't move. She was tied to a bed for 6 months. I wonder what would be our reaction if it would happen to us as adults. Would it be anxiety, fear, sadness, maybe anger, maybe boredom? I wonder. But for her, she decided differently. Every morning, the nurse was opening her door at the hospital and letting her voice, her singing, fill up the hospital with colors. She was making up songs as she was going through the days. And for 6 months, she was singing, filling the hospital with colors. One day, they brought a little boy next to her on the bed, and he had a food problem, and she cheered him up with songs. So she made friends with him, of course. He was just 1 year old. She had to cheer him. She surrendered to the treatments. She surrendered to the pain of being away from her family for such a long time. And she surrendered to the events that were shaping her forever. She decided differently. She decided to put her attention on what she loved the most. And what she loved the most was singing and communicating with others. She made the best of what was happening to her by developing her voice while she was in the hospital for 6 months. So what happened next? What happened next is that the treatment did not work. For 6 months in the hospital and then 2 months in a cast, and she was to square one. She could not walk. And her parents were desperate because, of course, they did not know if she would ever walk. But she did. She walked and danced. And when she was an adult, she moved to New York City and studied for 2 years with Celine Dion's vocal coach. And there she opened her own studio and coached people on how to use their voice as truly, authentically as possible. So yes, we all have obstacles in our lives and challenges, of course. So where do we put our attention? On the obstacles or on what we can do, what we can accomplish? And I think she did that. But the obstacles want us to go under the blanket and to hide under the covers, to hide our hidden voice, to hide our inner voice. And they come in all kinds of different shapes. They come in the shape of a person, lack of something, loss. And the choice are ours. We can either make choices that are leading us to more obstacles, or choices that are making us create with what we have in the moment. So are we taking the challenges of life, of our life, to become smaller and drier, or are we taking those colors and making beautiful creations? So the first thing to connect with your inner voice is to connect with our breath. So I invite you now to put one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly and to connect with your breath. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And you can close your eyes if you wish. And let your breathing go. and imagine and observe how does it go, in which part of my body is it going? Is it tense or is it fluid? And now I would like for you to put your attention on one of your obstacles. Think of one of your challenges and breathe in that obstacle and feel what it feels like to have that obstacle and let it go. Poof. This obstacle doesn't have to define you, doesn't have to define it's not us. It is a thought. We are much bigger than that. And so now put your attention on something juicy, a journey you'd like to make, a dream you'd like to accomplish, a challenge that you'd like to take. So, are you cherishing your voice? Are you loving it? Or are you letting the events of life shape you and your voice and who you are? Being aligned with one's voice is a path. So where's your path headed? I know each of you has a unique and special voice inside. So cherish it, love it, and share it. Thank you.